Good morning. Dave here. Coming at you on another morning. This would be Friday, April the 16th, 1/6 at 6:30 in the morning. I just got out of the swimming pool, did my 20 laps, and now relaxing in the jacuzzi. I'm not sure if you can hear me. I hope you can. I think you can. There's a lot of gargling noise from the jacuzzi. I brought the GoPro. Because I heard they bought it a long time ago. I brought the GoPro Max, which is a 360 camera, and it's also a vlog mode, which is hero mode. Right now I'm on hero mode, which is I have it set up on at 2.7K, 30 frames per second. It was said, and I had already tried it once, and I'm gonna try it again as soon as it's daylight. I'll be here as soon as it's daylight. Daylight won't be long. It's still dark outside at 6:30 in the morning here at the Gold Gym here in Austin, Texas. It won't be long before it's daylight, and I'm gonna dip this GoPro Max underwater, and it is waterproof, and the door is sealed. There's nothing to obstruct it from not getting wet in the inside. It's all sealed up. I'm gonna dip this under vlog mode, and there's been videos out there that said that the GoPro Max underwater looks very blurry, which means that it's not meant to do underwater filming or underwater or taking underwater shots. I want to correct that. It's not the film. As I had said in previous shots, maybe because I just currently did an update on this, a firmware update on this camera. Hopefully it would work, but I seriously doubt it. But this would be an ideal camera if it could take clear video underwater. And underwater, and I'm saying underwater, that would be at the swimming pool next door. If you can see it right there. We wouldn't be able to see anything here in the jacuzzi because there's bubbling, there's air bubbling all over the place. But as soon as it's daylight, I'm gonna go ahead and put it underwater and see if it really is blurry or not. And I'm saying because the Insta360 One X2 which is similar to the GoPro Max. They're both, it does provide vlog mode, even though it's named differently, which I can't remember at the time. But it does have vlog mode, and it does have 360 mode, just like this one does. 360, we all know that water infraction that blocks the lenses will not do very well underwater. It means that if I want to do a reframe or do a straight 360 underwater, I would have to get an underwater case. And I believe GoPro never actually made an underwater case for this particular camera. They do have dive cases for the Hero 9, the 8, 76543 and so forth. They just didn't ever make one for the GoPro Max. Although there's some aftermarket products that do sell the underwater dive case, but according to other videos, there's still the problem with the water infraction. Means that you can see the steam line, the stitch line, where both cameras are trying to meet. You can still see the line, and it's pretty bothersome. It doesn't look well. This camera was not meant for underwater 360. Now, the Insta360 One X2 does not require a dive case. Although, excuse me, it does not require a dive case for the blog mode only. The blog mode, you go underwater and it looks like the Hero 7 to the 8 or the 9. Crystal clear underwater when you're using it under blog mode, not under 360. 360 is a whole different ball game. But what I'm trying to say is that this GoPro Max, based on previous videos of other people have taken videos of their GoPro Max, it does not look very clear underwater under GoPro, under Hero mode. It does not look very clear. You're better off taking video using the GoPro Hero 9 or the 8 or the 7, whichever GoPro Hero makes. But it's not really made for the GoPro Max. Now the GoPro Max here on top, under Hero mode, I'm sure I'm coming out very clear. And there is a previous video that was made yesterday based on this. This is the comparison that I'm saying, that I took out my GoPro Max for the simple reason that under blog mode it looked very clear. The previous video, or yesterday's video, came out clear. But in this test, we're gonna put it underwater, under blog mode only. We know very well that even the Insta360 One X2 and the GoPro Max under 360 underwater will not work. None of them both work unless you put a dive case. For example, I have a dive case on the Insta360 One X1. It looks perfect. You go underwater in the ocean, you see the bottom very clearly. Beautiful scenes. I've got the Insta360 One R, which is also 360 edition, with a dive case under a vertical size camera. With the dive case, that one looks perfect. Digital crystal clear water under the ocean or under the pool. You can't tell where the line is at. You can't tell it. So we're not going to be testing the 360 version because we know very well that the 360 will not work underwater with the GoPro Max or the Insta360 One X2. It will work on that One X1 because I already have a dive case for that one. It works perfect. Or the Insta360 One R also works perfect with a dive case. So let's just blow those apart. Right now we're going to be dealing with GoPro. And everything else that GoPro has to offer as far as slow-mo, hyperlapse, warp something, all that stuff works fine. Even on the GoPro Max. I believe even on the GoPro Max. I'll double check. But the main reason for this video is to prove to you once and for all that under blog mode, if you're underwater, it's going to look blurry in comparison to the Insta360 One X2. That one looks clear. Now, it doesn't have blog mode on their Insta360 One X1, so we wouldn't be able to try it on that camera. That one didn't come with blog mode. But the new Insta360 One X2 did come under blog mode, which is hero mode. Hero mode, which is the GoPro Max, is what they call it, hero mode. So without further ado, I'm gonna pause it for now because I'm in the jacuzzi and I'm waiting for the daylight to come in so we can go to the pool over there and dip this camera underwater and try out the underwater scene. And with this, you can find out that if you're thinking and investing $500, because that's what they cost, unless they've gone down in price. But GoPro, I believe, still has these things at $500 in Best Buy. They are waterproof up to 8 meters, I believe, or 33 feet, I think is what it was. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. They are waterproof, but they was really meant to be used as in surfing, something that's above the water. It doesn't matter if it gets wet, as long as it's above the water. That's what it was meant for. But we're gonna try it under blog mode in just a bit. So for now, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it, and when I come back in, we'll probably be in the other swimming pool, and by that time it should be daylight outside. So I'm gonna relax for now, and we'll see you in just a bit. As we continue, well, I'm gonna buff this particular camera has the lens guard. Luckily there's no wind, so now you can hear me good. You might notice a few drops on the lens guard, but as soon as I put it underwater, the lens guard might not be waterproof and water will go in. It won't damage the camera because it's just a lens guard. It's just to protect the actual lens from damaging in case it were to fall on cement or something. That's what the lens guard is for. Now I'm gonna put this underwater, and I have doubly secured it. I took pictures of the battery door to verify that it is properly secure. And we're gonna go underwater now. This is gonna prove. As a matter of fact, since I have it on a selfie stick, I'm gonna take it out a little bit and bring it up to me this way, like this. Since I have a selfie stick, this is gonna prove if this is as clear as it is as the new Insta360 One X2 under blog mode. We all know that under 360, none of these cameras will work underwater without a dive case, and a dive case does not exist on the GoPro Max. It will exist on the Insta360 One X2. I haven't ordered the dive case because there was no need to go to the ocean. Although the ocean is a couple hundred miles from here, from Austin, but we got lakes and stuff here that are pretty clear. Anyways, let's not change the conversation. Let's put this GoPro Max underwater under blog mode, and you will see if it's as clear as it is in comparison to the Insta360 One X2. And here we go. Now, the lens guard did retain a little bit of water, but not enough to smear the image. Now, the image on top, above the water, looks clear as far as the monitor is concerned, but we will see how it looks like when I run the SD card into the computer and run it with Final Cut Pro. I have previous videos of the Insta360 1X2 under blog mode, and you can see the difference between the clarity of that camera in comparison to this one. Many people have said that it does look clear underwater, but I tend to differ. This one does not look clear enough. It's a wonderful camera if you don't use it underwater, but if it's used underwater, it does look blurry. But unless GoPro made a firmware update and fixed that problem, then yes, we have a good camera to be used for future takes. Since most of my cameras, or most of my use of the cameras, are made for underwater, because I'm an aquatic person. Although I work at the ranch, my main ideal is always to be around water, in swimming pools, swimming, diving, snorkeling. That's my main objective. So I love taking pictures and photography and video photography under the ocean, the exotic fishes and the water, the clear blue waters and so forth. That's my objective to this type of hobby. But let's go ahead and go up again. Correction, let's go down underwater again and continue to see if there is a difference between the Insta360 1X2 with the GoPro Max under blog mode. Yeah, I'm looking close to the lens guard, and actually there's no water. There's just maybe 1 or 2 drops of water. Now I'm gonna send this thing up underwater and leave it underwater, and I'm gonna try to swim around it. So we're gonna try to do a far away dive. From the far away dive, which is not really far away, but what I'm trying to explain is that in the Insta360 1X2, I could be across the other side of the swimming pool, and my body, my big ass, fat ugly body can still be seen very clearly from across the swimming pool underwater. Let's see if GoPro Max can do the same thing, and we're gonna put it underwater. We placed it underwater, and I swam around it for a little while. It looked real clear from the very top. Now, let me take this little drop. There we go. The lens guard is pretty good, even though it's not waterproof, but it doesn't really need to be. Just the lens guard is really made just to make sure that if it doesn't fall by accident on the cement, it won't break the lens. These are expensive cameras. Anyways, this will complete. We're coming up to 740. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on the top now, and 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna put this on the top now. I'm gonna twist the camera a little bit down. You're gonna be able to see me. The battery's at 39%, so it's gobbling down that energy pretty quick. I'm gonna swim around for a little bit just so you can see an over the top view, and I'm sure it's gonna come out clear. Today's Friday, so tomorrow I might not be able to come in because we're expecting a cold front. Actually, we're expecting cold front and some rain. So if it rains, I probably won't be in the swimming pool. I'll probably just go directly home and rest. But you know, from a 95% battery, the battery on this thing is going down pretty quick. It's already at 39% and it's on yellow. But anyways, this would conclude today's test of the GoPro Max in vlog mode. Now, there's no need to put it under 360. What I can do is maybe put it under 360 reframe, but it would be over the water because it will not work underwater. And I can give you a sample of it. I'll put it in 360 and put it underwater and swim about for a little bit, but I cannot mix an ordinary movie with a 360 movie, so I'm going to reframe it so you can see how terrible it looks underwater because of the water infraction with the lenses that just don't go well. So I'm going to turn this off for now and switch it over to 360. So this completes the end of this video. I want to thank all of you for looking at this video and being out here with me. Water's quite warm this morning. I thought it'd be a lot colder, but it wasn't. In 1 second while I blow the drops off the lens so you don't have the water drop while I'm videotaping myself, videoing myself. There's no such thing as a videotape. There's no such thing as filming. This has an SD card. There's no film that exists on this camera, and there's no tape. So a lot of people confuse it of the old traditional words of videotaping or filming, and this is not filming. We're just so used to saying it. But anyways, this is the end of this video, and it's Friday, and I got a lot of bills to pay today. I gotta go to sleep in a little while, but I still got a few bills to pay. Today's Friday, it's just payday for me, and I'm gonna go ahead and say adios for now. Maintain that special distancing. Keep yourself well and away from COVID. And COVID ill patients. If you have an opportunity, go take that vaccine. Although I already had COVID-19 last year, I still took the vaccine anyways, just to be on the safe side. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Be safe, and God bless.